what were you trying to say about Coddling Wemby in the top picks?
No, because I mean, when we just look back over the history of Summer League, that's something that I don't care what you was hyped to be coming into the league, they was present. We seen LeBron, we seen the OJ Mayos, we seen the D Roses out there, and they out there every game. We know what OJ Mayo was. Y'all can say what he is now, but he was on Dime magazine in college. Like, dude was. You gonna get on those magazines and you just yeah, that dude was a special talent coming out. D Rose, we know what he was coming out. And they still trying to find who was the biggest hyped up high school kid or who the biggest to come into the league since LeBron. So we know what those names are, and all those guys was out there in Summer League. And you want to go before that when Kobe was in '96. This was after they said this is the best workout we've ever seen from a rookie. And Kobe still came out there every game. Dropped 36 on their head and still was like, he could have easily said, okay, I'm not playing no more Summer League. We seen enough Kobe. No, Kobe showed up the next game. And y'all talking about he came back from, man, he just got done playing a full season. That boy played a high school season. He played 34 games.
Victor Wemby, he played 34 games. 34
this last
games,
season, he only played 34. The season before that, he played 19. Come on, man.
So what would you would like?
You barely made it to the All-Star game in 2 seasons.
So what do you think? How should they treat the number 1 picks, and how should they treat Wemby specifically?
All I'm saying is we got to go back to the old time way, man. It don't make no sense that we can sit. He ain't stepped a foot on the NBA court yet. You already resting him. What y'all resting him from? Dude is 19 years old.
Hey, man, you resting him from himself. He rested himself from himself. You don't want to risk what happened to Chet with Victor Wembanyama. That man got the chance to change your franchise. You don't want to risk none of that with him. You let him go out there, play a couple games. You sit him down. Don't play no Drew League. Don't do none of that extra stuff. You play your 1-2 games in the Summer League. You sit down and get ready for the preseason.
I mean, the only difference is between
NBA based though. Like all that other stuff, I understand all that other stuff, but far as what's abiding by the NBA,
the only difference is that
participating in all those.
The only difference is that these games are affiliated with the NBA and they are played in NBA arenas. What happened to Chet was just you could damn near call that a charity game that really didn't fucking matter because ain't nobody. I mean, you got people that still look at these program games kind of sort of for scouting for whatever fucking reason because ain't nobody taking this shit serious. But nobody cares. Nobody's taking it serious. The only reason why he hurt himself is because he thought he can get one on LeBron James. That's the only reason why he hurt himself.
So do you think they should play though, Chris? Do you think they should play as much as they're available, or do you
at least one? If you're available, you got to give me at least one.
That's all I say. Give me one, and that's fine.
You know, I'm not saying you got to play. I mean, I get what Ray is saying, but I also get the times, man.
Give me 2 or 3. Give me 2 or 3.
You're not going to get 2 or 3. And the only reason why is just because he may not be like the example for this. But like I said, I understand it and I get it. Man, these little niggas get endorsements in high school, man. These niggas get endorsed from Cash App, shoe deals, and all this other shit, man. And yeah, he may not want the hype, but at the end of the day, he got the hype and he has to deal with it. So,
but you don't want to turn these niggas into Kawhi either, though. So I kind of get Ray's point where it's just like I'm just gonna sit out just because you want niggas to get used to playing. You got 82 game seasons. Go play some of these Summer League, man.
But what I'm saying is, I understand the change in times, man. Look at the goddamn dunk contest, man. Like, everything is leading to the reason why the shit is the way it is. These niggas is not trying to do the dunk contest because, for one, you get extra money for it, but the money these niggas is making now is to the point that shit don't matter. And these niggas is too worried about their goddamn egos. Mm-hmm. They too worried about their egos. And it's also the same reason why the last true All-Star game that I can remember, these niggas were still playing in their own jerseys. As soon as they actually started getting, like, jerseys for the actual teams, that's when that shit started getting a little weak.
Should they make Wemby play more than this 1 or 2 games? They gonna make him play, or should they keep sitting him? Go ahead.
Whichever little league that he played in, the only thing that I would have just asked is that you give me 1 game. I'm not asking you to play every single game.
One not like, enough though, like because you
said what?
It's basketball. Nigga have that bad 1 game. Wemby go goddamn 3 for 13.
Well, no. So I'm just okay. So I'm just talking about in Wembanyama's situation. Considering he just finished playing, I'm only talking about his situation. I'm not talking about like if I'm talking about every number one pick.
Okay.
You know, okay, so let me clarify that. Consider that he just came off a season. I understand, you know, it was only so games, but it's still games. You know, it's a lot more games than some of these other niggas play, you know, that played it, because some of these niggas ain't played since April. So one game. It was, as far as Wembyama, one game.
You give me 2. Just because if you play bad the first game, give me another game.
But you said it earlier. If he gives you a bad game, what are they gonna say? Oh, it's just Summer League.
Summer League.
I don't need to give you a second game. This is all at this point. The only reason why that some of these niggas, like as far as Wembyama is playing, is just so we can see them. It's for the entertainment. Like I said, give me one game. Me as an organization, get them niggas one game. If anybody else want to see you, they finna cut on that goddamn TV for these TV deals, and they finna come to this goddamn arena and buy these goddamn tickets. That's the only way these niggas finna see you.
I want to see Wemby more than one game just because it's more questions about him than LeBron. Let's just keep it a buck. There's more questions about him than it was even Paolo. Like
but
they're
I'm not gonna. But see, the only reason why I'm not gonna ask him to give me one game is because, again, he actually played. You know, we just saw him. We saw him this season overseas. I'm not gonna sit here and ask him to give me more than one game if this nigga Chet just gave me one game. If
the NBA, yeah.
I'm not gonna ask that out of him. I'm just not.
You know, it was
like I'm a kill.
Chet played one, the other one he sat out, so it ain't like he just sat out like.
Well, yeah, like I said, I don't know how many games they got, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you could at least give me one game. Like, if they all only play 2 games, like, okay.
But this is my thing with Wemby, bro. You're supposed to be the best prospect since LeBron James. First of all, you shouldn't have a bad summer league game ever if you're that level of a prospect. Even your bad game is supposed to be a good game. No, you can have a good bad game. They do exist. Ray know what I'm talking about.
The only reason why I'm not so much as killing him for that is because I think this is the main thing, like, that people are forgetting. That nigga LeBron came into the league with a tattoo, a chosen one on his back. That nigga LeBron was actually talking before he came into the league. Like, if Wemby is faking, huh?
Can Victor speak English?
Yeah. He's good. This nigga Ray ain't looking.
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh my god! But no, but that nigga.
Not for young players at all. You ain't watched not one interview, not one clip.
I seen he had that crazy suit on.
Oh man!
It was about the size of.
You watch him interview at the draft? Go ahead.
Oh man! No, what? Shit. But no, what I was saying was that nigga Bron came into the league talking, right? That nigga Wemby ain't. LeBron kind of, in a way, like, yeah, he was talented, but not only was he talented, he kind of put that pressure on himself just because he was talking. You know, nigga came into the tattoo with a chosen one that crowned himself King James and all that. Yeah, he did that. As far as Wemby, he ain't said nothing. He don't too much really accept that, trying to be the best prospect thing, but he understands that he just got to live with it now because that's what they done put on him. But he ain't trying to fall victim to it, if I'm making sense. That's what, like, of course, he know he gonna get all these interviews. He know he gonna get all of this. He knows that he's really a smart fucking kid. I listened to a lot of his interviews. He's really a smart fucking kid. And he kind of, like, understands how to deal with this shit. And just the fact that he got drafted in San Antonio to a coach like that, that's really going to, like, help you understand how to deal with this.
So basically you saying just trust the Spurs and whatever decision they make with it.
You know what? How about this? Let's take the trust the process from the 76ers and move it to the Spurs. Let's do that. Let's officially go ahead and move that shit down here to San Antonio because the process is in Philly is over.
Hey, I ain't
it's time for a new one. It's time for a new one. So let's make this one a process.
I usually ain't on Ray's side, man. But with this one, man, nigga, you play basketball. Where we saving you from, man? Go hoop, man. You going to Iraq.
It's for yourself. Is it a problem if he just gives you one game? Just one game. Say if he has 2 games, one game.
The one game, you better give me 40. If you only want to give me one game, this better be a Paolo level one game.
I don't need to see all that.
So since you say that, how did Chet just play in this game? What did he do?
The game he did play.
But Chet played last year. We see Chet be good though.
Yeah,
but last year when Chet had like 20 something last year. But I'm saying like he comes back.
Okay, now Brandon Miller.
The game he played and he had like 16 points and like 6 blocks.
Brandon Miller got to keep going until we see number 2 pick out his ass.
That's crazy, bro.
Brandon Miller had like his first, he had like 16 points, but he had like 6 turnovers too.
7.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
I would have sat my ass down after that game.
So he don't play good in the summer league. You just write him off and it's all over.
No, you keep playing. You play till you play good,
bro. If you just say all right. You just say all right.
That's Coddling. Now that's Coddling.
No, I was
good. You number 2 pick. You out there give me 3 stinkers. You want to sit down?
But at the same time, we do have to. I mean, look, some of this stuff really nowadays, though, bro. We really do have to look into and see if some of these teams are telling these dudes to sit down. We do have to also take that into consideration because me personally, like even with Chet having a good game, say man. I've been talking shit about your ass since you fucked yourself up in a meaningless game. I need to get 2 games out of you. Because, hey, I ain't saying that I just been waiting on this shit, you know, me personally, but some niggas been waiting on your ass. I need 2 games.
Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate with why Wemby didn't play the California Classic. It's like, man, that's not Vegas. The big summer league is tomorrow. It's the Vegas summer league. Yeah. So I understand if you want to sit them or whatever. But then if I'm the GM, I want to see you play. We suck anyway. Even if your ass get hurt, even if your ass stay healthy, we was gonna suck anyway. We get us another
The GM ain't thinking like that, bro. The GM is not thinking like that.
He probably ain't. But nigga, I want to see what you can do. I don't care. I want to see now.
You can see what he do in practice.
You would get fired.
He was out there missing all them shots.
You finna put your future investment on the line for some little baby ass entertainment.
I'm not saying it's not entertainment. It's evaluation. See, y'all looking at it wrong. Y'all
DJ, you did your evaluation when you drafted the nigga. If you ain't doing nothing by that time, then goddamn, I'm saying you need to be trying to look up for goddamn funding come.
Yes, you got to be reevaluated.
You just used the number 1 pick for this nigga a month ago, and then you're gonna sit there and go. Oh, hell no! Hell no! You
can't play. I want to know now. If
you already did your evaluation when you drafted him. So if you didn't know by the time you drafted him, then I need to go ahead and show your ass the door. Because at this point, you wasting my goddamn draft picks.
Y'all know what the real problem is.
What?
I'm sure you're gonna tell me.
We are the fans. The players don't have to come out and answer for themselves no more. We gonna do it for
DJ want niggas to go.
I'm talking about from our perspective and from y'all perspective. From our perspective, we trying to tell him what he need to do. From y'all perspective, y'all trying to tell him what he don't have to do. So he don't have to answer those tough questions when they in the interview saying, "Well, why you didn't play tonight?"
All I'm saying is, it's levels to this shit, man.
You remember that era where players had to answer the tough questions and the easy questions? Players don't have to answer tough questions no more.
I feel you.
Like, they can just get up out of their seat and walk off. Or they don't have, matter of fact, they don't even ask them no more. Because they can just go to social media and be like, oh, well, so-and-so said this about so-and-so. And that's that answer right there was what Joe Blow 215 or whatever, he said this about so-and-so. So that's the answer to that. Like, that's as easy as it is now.
If you have somebody at the number 1 pick, you have done enough evaluating of this nigga, I would believe. Now, we've seen number 1 picks flop. We have seen it. But if we're just saying that, I'm just talking about at the present moment, right now, you feel like you got the best available player. You are not going to try to put your investment at risk because you want that to be your future. Because you have already done enough scouting to use your number 1 pick on this man.
Yeah,
you've already done enough.
The drafting process. Now we're evaluating what you can do.
Let's go back.
No. But what I'm saying is you're doing a lot. You're evaluating before you draft them. Is what I'm saying. If you don't, if you think, you said what?
The evaluation process is from when we draft you all the way until you play your first.
I'm not saying
season.
I'm not saying it stops there. I'm talking for organization side. I'm talking for a GM. I've already spent my time evaluating you. I have decided that you are the best player out of the draft. You are my number one pick. Clearly, if we have the number one pick, guess what? That means we suck. And if I want to make sure that my future is protected, I am not going to please these goddamn fans just because they want to see you play in a meaningless, California. Hold on. Let me finish. In a meaningless California or a little peach or whatever the fuck this shit called. Again, if it's 2 games, of course I understand the business. You niggas are getting 1 game. And then y'all can see him in Summer League in Vegas on Friday. And then even still.
No, he's only going to play 1 game in Summer League. I mean, in Vegas. We knew he wasn't going to play the other shit. I'm not too worried about that. But in the Vegas Summer League is where you will first start your little ascent. Summer League is when you first, Vic, man, that nigga went 25, 6, and 7 in Summer League. Here he come. But if you sit down, you ducking smoke. You ducking smoke. Hey, man, if you was a fighter, you fight everybody that's trying to call you out. If you was a fighter.
Ducking dudes that's not going to make the roster?
If you supposed to be on that projection, what makes you greater than the ones that came before you that did it?
I am not saying that it makes anybody greater. Right, I understand completely what you're saying. But I don't like a lot of this shit that's going on. But it is what it is type of person. This is just what it is now. This is just what it is.
But is that helping or hurting the game? You still can say that's hurting.
I'm not necessarily hurting no game, bro.
It's not gonna hurt no game because who was the number 1 pick before Chet? Who was the number 1 pick before Chet?
Paolo, him and Keegan Murray was playing against each other at the same position, and that's what made the Summer League last year. I do not remember anybody gassing up Paolo the way they did Chet. I do not remember anybody gassing up Paolo the way they did Wemby. Who's the number 1 pick before? Now, who was the number 1 pick before Paolo?
Cade, I think.
Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham played. He played.
And what is Cade Cunningham? Hey, what is Cade Cunningham now? Because he wasn't getting no hype like these niggas either.
And now I wish Cade would have played all the Summer League games. So you got hurt anyway, nigga. At least I would have been able to see your ass. We don't see him in the regular season. We don't see him in the preseason. We don't see him in Summer League. We don't never see none of these niggas now. Now we gonna keep you from getting hurt in the Summer League, so you can go get hurt in the regular season, and we never see you.
Okay, so let me say this.
I didn't play Summer League. I could name you a bunch of people who didn't play Summer League.
I think you know what? I think this right here is simplified. All number 1 picks are not created equal. Let's go ahead and say that's really what this is. Do you remember who Philly picked up a couple years ago?
Markelle Fultz.
Was anybody talking about Markelle Fultz like that? Because I wasn't.
He had a losing record at Washington. I wasn't paying attention.
He did have a little buzz around his name. We ain't
but I didn't, bro. When they made that pick, I didn't know who he was
because of the injuries. So that's.
I didn't know who he was.
I ain't gonna say that's a lackluster first pick, even when we thought he was gonna be.
Man, DJ, if we could go back to that year, boy.
So let's go back.
So I seen in college in a long time.
He's the number 1 pick. It's already written in stone.
So let's go. Let's fast forward. Everybody thought that nigga Melo was supposed to be the first round pick, but who was everybody talking about? Melo ain't get picked first round. It's niggas shaking their head. They don't even know who Ant is.
I ain't gonna say I ain't know who Ant was.
And you are the one that's supposed to know these players. You the one that's supposed to know.
I know who Ant was.
You knew, but you didn't know. You didn't know. So that just go ahead and proves what I said. All number 1 picks are not created equal. Ant probably had to play all his Summer League games. Chet clearly couldn't make it to his Summer League games. Wemby is getting this hype. He don't have to play any Summer League games because it's levels to this shit, man. They all ain't created equal. I bet you Markelle Fultz played all his Summer League games.
Popularity does not translate to
it don't, but that's just the time we in. It's just the time we in. Don't get it confused. I don't believe that. That's just the time we in.
All I'm saying is, going forward, these players that are gonna sit out in the Summer League, I just hope y'all go out and have a fantastic career. Because if y'all don't, y'all wasted y'all time missing those games in Summer League just to have an average of 3.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can live comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind, need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line, any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I will never quit.